So we have a new journal in the in our shop, Wholehearted Me, on Etsy. So let's go into journals and let's have a look. My first landscape that I've done. So I'm just going to turn my reMarkable around and I'm going to click on it. And as you can see, I've done this in a book aesthetic. So it may not be as easy to see, I'm not sure. You can see the light streaming in from my window, but you can tap on the middle or not tap on the middle. You can just swipe the page. You can see that it's sort of, I've put tabs on this one in my all my GoodNotes products. This journal is over in my GoodNotes products. The dimensions are different, so it's a file that have to be completely resized and redone. So with the reMarkable, I certainly make allowances for the menu and all of the bits and the screen size and all of that. So anyway, yes, so this is, as you know, I like lots of indexes in my, well, you may not know that, but I like lots of indexes. This obviously has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just a bit of information about me down the end here. And with each of these indexes, you will see that you can just click on the tab. That's me, hello. Of course, my hair at the moment is platinum, but you know how it goes. We like to have a change. This actually links you to the same page. And when you have this document on your desktop, these links work, but obviously in your reMarkable it doesn't work, but that's okay. Right, so let's go back to home. Let me just show you each of the tabs first, and then we'll get into a bit of the content. So this is the home index, and each of these is linked. So this takes you to the guide, which is here. There's always more than one way to get around in my documents, just like on your laptop. There's like 3 or 4 ways to do everything, and there's multiple ways that you can hop around in the documents that I create. So the templates, that's actually this tab. It's here also. Good Thoughts is pretty important, so that tab's there as well. Listening takes you to a specific page that just helps you, because the theme of this journal is to listen. Super important in your well-being self-care space. And your More takes you down to the More tab again. The templates, the journal templates over here, this is also the same index here for you, so that you can quickly get to blank, blank and lined pages that you can duplicate in the reMarkable. In GoodNotes, it's different. You just add copy page and paste page on the top right, but in the reMarkable, you use, now it's not, yeah, it will bring me to this page. You use the press and hold, not that we would duplicate this page, you use the duplicate function over here. So let's cancel out of that and go back. And then these are the 31 days. This is a 31-day prompted journal that will actually take you through a journal experience to help you grow in your wellness space, which I love. I'm a trained life coach, certified a couple of times. I've worked for years in the people space, and I've taught on friendships and relationships and families and all sorts of stuff. So for me, it's very close to my heart, having mechanisms which can help us. It's been a personal struggle of mine, and I put a lot of work into lean into that self-care space. You know, I'm not perfect at it, but I keep trying. I just keep doing my best. Okay, so let's get to content. So as you know, let's go back to the beginning. First page there. This is, write your little name in here. I love that. In any journal we have that. And then you've got your main home indexes here, right? Then we go, next page is the guide page. So if we go here, that's home. Then we go to guide. And you've got 4 pages in here. We talk about tracking your mood, how to feel better, what emotional intelligence is, and how to increase your emotional intelligence. So we can just flick, how to feel better, what your EQ is, and how to increase it. And then we get to this tab here, which is your daily journal. So it's another place where you can access all of your days, no matter where you are in the journal. You can go back to home and do it, or you can be in the 31-day journal. You can press on this tab and you can get to, let's say, go to day 7. So here it is. Now, the thing with these, there's 4 pages for each day of the 31 days. 31 times 4, they're your journaling pages prompted for you. So each day has got an affirmation here, okay? That's really important. I'm grateful for today because today's a gift. And you can swipe or you can just tap on the next to get to the morning routine, okay? And then you can fill out all the bits. Now, it's compact because there's a fair bit of information for you to sit and reflect on, but you can always, let me just give it a second to render, and then you can 2 fingers, you know, it won't work with one, won't work. You have to use 2 fingers to scroll around. I've got some shorts, you can scroll, see that? I've got some shorts and like under 1 minute on gestures and different things like that. If you're new to reMarkable and you need to know how to do that. I'm also in the beta program, so you see this button up here? That won't exist for you yet, but it's coming. I'm sure it'll come. It's brilliant to get yourself back to, so here, adjust the view. You can go this way, but sometimes you're in a reMarkable notebook, a native notebook I like to call it. It doesn't have that option, so that button is really useful. See how it just did a screen wipe, a magnetic screen wipe. If ever you see it flash like that, it's just wiping the screen magnetically to get it all clear again. So anyway, that's the morning routine. It helps you write down what you think and feel. It's amazing when you start writing, and this is not a lot of space, but if you're new at this, it's plenty of space. Zoom in, make this box the size of your screen and just write what you want to do. Use the thin pen of whatever your, whichever strokes that you can fit more in. But then you've always got the option of adding a journal page. So you come into here. Oh, well, you don't add it that way, sorry. You come to your journal templates. You pick a template, like the bullet, and then you come in here. I will show you this when we get here to this section, and you duplicate it and you move it. But let's go back to the 31-day journal where we were. Let's go back to day 7. So you have your affirmation that you can choose to use. I've used it here and popped it in. Anything that's really key on your vision board. How much did you sleep last night? Again, remember, this is a listening journal. This is about you just giving yourself 30 seconds to think, how much sleep did I get last night, and just fill it out and just make a few notes. I did sleep well, I didn't sleep well, I tossed and turned, I had dreams, I had nightmares, I had whatever. It's just to memorialize the whole process, right? I love this, my natural mood booster plan, because I need reminding, and I think we all do, of how you can actually boost your mood. And this is scientific research, movement, music, nutrition, friends, nature. Like, they are proven things that will help you improve your mood. So you can notate those. Again, you can swipe, again, tissue paper, think of it as tissue paper, or there's a hyperlink down the bottom to get you to the next page on every journal page. So your evening routine, if you are able at night time to just sit and reflect for, look, it could be 3 minutes. You can set the timer here. Let's have a look. You can come in here, go to timer, and just go, okay, I'm going to give myself 3 minutes to fill this out, and I'm going to cancel that, otherwise it's going to ring while we're talking. And then you can just get in here. You know, I have in a lot of my journals, I actually try and put them in all of my journals. I have feeling word banks, because depending on the culture of your family, you may be very literate with explaining how you feel, and you may not. And it's always great to have an opportunity to read through. Like, I feel like we are very literate in talking about how we feel, but I still can't think of all the words sometimes of how I'm feeling. And so I love the prompts, and I use the highlighter pen on this one. So I go highlighter, and I don't know if you know, but they sort of go from light down to dark. So if we picked yellow, you can't see yellow now, but if you email this to yourself, you'll see it. So if I was feeling sad, right, you can see I do that, and it's very light. But if I go green, and then I feel angry, it's a little darker. And then if I go pink, and I'm envious, I go, see how it gets a little darker, but the grey is not, the grey's not that dark. Let's have a look. Yeah, see how the grey's quite light? I'd put the grey after the yellow. Whoa, here we go. So if I was feeling sad the other day, I was feeling anxious, tired, I was actually feeling content and hope. You know, how many of you know that it is a normal human experience to feel happy and sad at the same time, in the same day, all the time. It happens all the time. I remember the first time I discovered that, I was quite shocked, and I had to give myself permission for all of that space. Anyway, I could get into my coaching mode. Let's not do that, Martine. All right. So you just fill out all the things, and then at the end of the day, reflect on how well did you do with your movement, with your music, your nutrition, your friends, and your nature, and going out in nature. And any that you want to comment on, you don't have to, but any that you want to comment on, remember this is you memorializing you, all right? This is you learning you. This is powerful. Self-awareness is one of, I don't know if you've heard of SEL, social emotional learning. In schools it's used. But self-awareness is one of the 5 domains of social emotional wellness. So it's a really cool space to be in, to fill out something like this. It doesn't have to be filled out very complex. It can be very simple. You don't have to write a lot, but anything that you just want to make a note of, this is your space. You can track your water if you want. You can actually reflect on whether you felt healthy today. Look, empathy for yourself, super important, right? So let's just zoom in. Again, always give your screen time to render. Today, I showed my self-compassion how. How did you show your self-compassion today? Super important that you do that. And then I think my button will come back, but I actually got it back to the right spot. So again, if you can see all the background imprint, it's going to magnetically wipe this screen. There you go. It just did it. You see that? See how it's now clean? That's a normal practice in the reMarkable. So I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a drink. Cheers. I'm having a beautiful plunger coffee that I made using bulletproof beans. It's very chocolatey. It's a very chocolatey blend. And I've got plant cream in it, for anyone wanting to know, because I am lactose free. All right, so basically your 31-day journal. Oh, hang on a minute. I think my favorite, I know it shouldn't be my favorite part, but my favorite part, go to the evening, and then my favorite part is the takeaways for the day. Here you get to write, just reflect again for a minute on what was a highlight, and write the first thing that comes to mind. Don't overthink it, right? Just write the first thing. These are just the first things that came to mind for me the other day when I journaled this stuff. Done. Then that's it. They're the 4 sheets. And then you're up to put your journal away and get ready for the next day, because guess what? You can do hard things. All right, so let me just show you that. So that we've looked at all the 4 pages. There's 4 pages for every single one of these, and I'm on highlighter. I'm on the highlighter. Let's get rid of that. Right, so the journal templates, I've already explained this one to you real briefly, but there's, light and dark. I've given you light and dark because I prefer dark. Certainly on my iPad, I prefer dark. On the reMarkable, it does depend on the time of day. And also sometimes my eyes just need light. So I use my iPad and my reMarkable interchangeably. I use them for different reasons. Here's my iPad here. I love my iPad. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'll just show you. This is the bullet white. Let's go back to journal templates, and this is the bullet dark. And the bullets are quite dark, but when you go in, you can see them. They're subtle. Where's my button? It's interesting on landscape because I don't use landscape a lot, and so there it is. And so I was I've been just observing how it works in landscape, but yeah, it's still there. Okay, so let's go back to journal template. So you've got, I've actually, I'm just going to show you, I want to show you the hamburger view, you know, the grid view here. But in this recent update, software update, some of the coding has changed and it doesn't deal with big documents very well. So I've come up with a few workarounds, and what I'm going to do, because we're actually on, I'm just going to show you something, page 137, right? Let me show you. When I click on the grid, see how it takes you to page 1? So I'll show you one of the workarounds that's easy. So again, we're on page 137. I'm going to click out. Now, I'm in the beta testing. You may not have this, but this is what happens every time you click out of a document. You can't access anything. See, it won't let me do anything. It's because you see down here it's syncing. Now, as soon as that syncing's finished, it will action the last tap. So here we go. Now that I've exited and come back in, now when I click this grid view, look where I am. I'm on page 137. So I just said all that just to explain this to you. These are your templates here, and you can click on any one of them. I've done 2 of each type for you, so use the second one and just press duplicate. See, now there's 3, and then with that already highlighted, the duplicated one, press move, and you can move it to wherever you want in the document. I'm just going to leave that copy there because I've got some copies. So that's basically your journal templates. That's that tab, and then your good thoughts. Look, you've got some great thoughts on every page, but sometimes you just need more. So let me go. Oh, it keeps doing that. You know why? Because on here you have to tap it. When you're using the iPad, you have to change between stylus mode and non-stylus mode. But in the reMarkable, what I love actually is if you use your finger, you don't have to switch modes. It already automatically works. So sometimes later becomes never. Do it now. I can do great things. I'm not here for nothing. I'm here for everything. I take charge of my life and I'm committed to personal growth. These are all the good things that you can think about. Okay, when you just need something to encourage yourself. So in the Good Thoughts index, you've got a blurb on affirmations. I swear by affirmations. I love them. I make affirmation packs in my shop. And I use them in vision boarding, all of the good things. And there is a certain way to make your own affirmations. You need to use present tense, and you need to use personal pronouns, and there's a few things here. So you can go through all of that. Next page, there's some templates that you can actually copy this page as many times as you like and make your own. It's a really good habit to get into. I highly, highly recommend it. It has helped me in my thought life and with my mental health for many, many, many years, and I swear by it. Then you've got a habit tracker weekly. So this is your weekly one. So something I always track. You know what? I'm in the highlighter. So let's go back to calligraphy. And I'm in medium black, which is good. Water. You know your power down hour. Power down. You might. That's 1 hour before bed. You know how you all your blue screens, or you put on your glasses that minimise all the UV light. And then you just tick off as you, however much, 3 litres, 2 litres, 1 litre, whatever it is you're setting yourself as a goal, and you just tick it off, or you scratch it out, whichever every day you do it. So, and you can put your date in here, May. And it's good to reflect at the end of the month. Copy this as many times as you like. You've also got your monthly tracker, again, tracking whether you're journaling, whether you're not. So that's a monthly view. So you've got a possible 31 days all the way around. And I'm not loving that shaky circle. So let me just get rid of it. Yeah. So that's the habit tracker. Let's go back to the Good Thoughts menu. So we've done that. And then just a recap on listening to your inner voice. Super important. Again, congruence between your heart and your head makes for a stress-free internally, for sure. No, it doesn't provide you a guarantee of a stress-free life at all, but it helps you manage those things for sure. So that's the Good Thoughts menu. That's more or less it. If you want to find me anywhere, you can find me. I do have a freebie hub. Instagram, I'm just sort of working out what content to put on Instagram at the moment. I've got stuff there, but I'm in YouTube. I'm over in YouTube more, and Pinterest, but of course I'm always in my Etsy shop. and you can message me there. You know, we've got the Facebook group for beginners if you haven't found that yet. It's progressing just for more than just beginners now. We're putting in more content that is more medium, intermediate and advanced using as well. So that's it. That's the beautiful, I love this journal. I think when I discovered how to do shading and shadows and boxes and, you know, how to create lift and all of that, and, you know, stitching around the outside with little, you know, I'll show you. I love these. See that, you know, the elastics that come over a journal. Anyway, I'm a bit of a designer and I'm a creative soul, so I love all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's the value of this journal though, is in what it can bring you in terms of your self-awareness and loving life and backing yourself, right? That's where I think the real value of this journal is. So, like, subscribe, ring that little bell and spread the word, please. I'd love you to share my video with someone else. Click them, tag them down in the comments below. Ask me a question. I check my YouTube every day. I check my comments. I get back to everybody. So, yes, I wish you well in your journaling experiences. Please journal. Journal for yourself. Do it for you, because it's so worth it. All right, I'm going. Bye.